What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 100% Marks. So, of course, it has ended in Germany. Denmark won, England won, and I've got to say, it is another absolute shite show by Southgate. Completely and utterly out of his mind. The definition of madness by Southgate to constantly keep going with the same setup. He's set up with the exact same team we played against Serbia. Yes, we won against Serbia, but it was a dreadful, dreadful game. And again, tonight we have seen exactly the same boring game. England taking the lead, but then giving away the lead to Denmark because they're not pushing. The team is not pushing. Southgate is not making the players attack. He's not allowing the players to attack. We'll go 1-0 up in the game and he hits the brake. He hits the brakes. The emergency brake comes out and England go straight back and start defending. It's bullshit. We should not have to be seeing this kind of football with England, with the amount of talent that is there at this tournament. We've got, the likes of Anthony Gordon sitting on the bench. We've got Cole Palmer sitting on the bench. There's loads of players there. We've got Jude Bellingham, who had a very quiet game this time around because he wasn't getting, the support that he was getting in the game against Serbia. He was getting at least a little bit of support in the game against Serbia, which was allowing him to be able to open up a little bit more and be able to get the game going, flowing in our way. But he wasn't getting that tonight in the game. It's just absolute bullshit. Southgate definitely needs to go. He's absolutely destroying this generation of talent that we have got at our disposal. We've got some fantastic players and half of them aren't playing. And when they are, Southgate's not letting them play the way they want to play. Look at that lineup tonight. You've got the likes of Bellingham in there, you've got Saka in there, you've got Foden in there. Foden's brilliant for Man City, but for England, he's dreadful. Saka, as well, brilliant for Arsenal, not so good for England. And I hate to say that because, the lad really does give it his all. But, things need to change. They definitely need to change. You can't be playing the same team over and over and over again. We did see a little bit of a change tonight in the fact of Ollie Watkins coming on for Harry Kane, who I've got to say was much better than Harry Kane when he came on the 70th minute. Ollie Watkins, he really got in there. He got himself into the game and he did some really good stuff from the moment of coming on. So maybe that's something that, Southgate can do for the next game against Slovenia. Maybe, you can go with Ollie Watkins in there instead of Harry Kane, because I don't know what it is, but Harry Kane just constantly keeps going back into defence. You're meant to be an attacker. You can't go that far back down the field because then you're going to give yourself way too much work to come back up the field to get into the area where you're meant to be from the start, of the attack. Looking at the bench for England tonight, like I say, so much talent on the bench going to waste. Anthony Gordon sitting on the bench should be playing. I don't know why he isn't. He should be in there at that left wing for England. We had to see Kieran Trippier doing two roles tonight, the left back and the left wing. The lad was absolutely knackered. You could see it by the way he reacted at the end of the game. Just absolutely tired after that game, having to run the whole length of the left side of the pitch because he wasn't getting any support from Foden, and then he wasn't getting any support from Jared Bowen neither when he came onto the pitch. So Kieran Trippier was having to do a lot down that left tonight, all the way from left back right the way up the left wing. Look at the other players that you've got on the bench that are going to waste. Of course, you've got Ivan Toney, another player that could be used instead of Harry Kane. Harry Kane is just, I don't know what it is, but I think he's gotten a little bit weak off going to the German league. Yes, he's scored a lot of goals in the German league, but that could also, put credit to what I'm saying in the fact that he's become a weaker striker going to the German league. So it's just really not looking good at the moment. Things definitely need to change. Southgate needs to loosen the reins on the players as well and let them go for it when we're winning the game, instead of going 1-0 up in the game and then hitting the brake. It's pathetic. It really is. That game tonight there against Denmark should have been a much easier win. The game against Serbia should have been a much easier win. And looking at the group that we've got, this group we've got is probably one of the easiest groups England's had in a very long time in a tournament. So we should be, pretty much cakewalking this group and going through to the next round without even much of a hassle. But Southgate is making a hassle. It's just poor management. Something's definitely got to be done. The need to improve. And Southgate needs to improve himself as well, because it's just really, really poor. I can't say anything else really, to be honest. I'm just really annoyed, angry at the football that we're having to see with this England squad that we've got. We've got some really good talent there, and it's just going to waste under a manager that just doesn't know what he's doing, has absolutely no clue at all what to do, and he's got no way of even benefiting the team moving forward. I think the reason Southgate's got to stay in the job for so long is because he's managed to make, somehow, thanks to the players, he's managed to make it to these, semi-finals, quarter-finals, final of the Euros, of course, last time out. But he's definitely got to go. It's absolutely disgusting. You can't just keep picking the same players over and over and over again. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it is literally the definition of madness to constantly keep picking these same players over and over and over again and expecting a different result. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. Until next time, I'll see you all for the next one. And come on, England.